escape from side control. So the elbow escape from side control is a little bit of a misnomer because I don't actually have to use my elbow. I can use my hand to initiate the escape. But the principle here is that you're avoiding the person from moving from side control to the mount position by capitalizing on one structural principle, and that is for him to be mounted, he needs his knee on this side to eventually connect to my hip. So what I'm doing from the very beginning of the movement is keeping his leg stretched far away from that, so he won't ever be able to really settle into a tight mount. And there's going to be an opportunity where his weight will come off of this leg, and I'm going to have an opportunity to slide under it and completely change the position. So when I recommend you look for this type of escape is when your opponent chooses to rest both of his arms on the far side of your head. Okay? So in this case, I could hug his neck, or I could be underneath hugging his back. If we turn a little bit, please. This way or this way. But what you're trying to do is give him a little bit of a hug to keep him tight to your body. Okay, let's turn back. So what I'll do here is I'm going to leave the leg that's closest to him, in this case my right leg, completely flat on the ground. And my other leg, can we turn again? Sorry. My other leg will be bent. Alright? This way I can lift a little bit with my hip if I need to drive my leg underneath it. So this is the structure of my legs. The reason this leg is flat is it's going to make it faster for me to slide underneath this leg that I'm trying to escape underneath. So let's turn again. So let's look at my arm position. The reason it's called elbow escape is it's actually designed to work without the use of the cloth. So I'll show it first that way. We're going to do it really, really slow. So my elbow is here blocking his thigh, close to his knee, and my goal is to make this elbow prevent his knee from ever touching my body. In the first variation, he's going to try to slide his knee across to achieve the mount. Now notice here, keep coming with it. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Right here, my elbow is underneath his knee. As he goes to put his knee over, his leg becomes very light. And I make a little structure here. My elbow's touching my knee, so he never got his knee on the mat. Like what he would like to be is here, okay? But this, go ahead and get your leg there. It's very hard for him to do. So what I do here is I move my hips out a little bit, okay? And now what I'm going to do is hug his back and get up on my elbow. And then I start scooting away, and then I'm on top of him. I could go straight to back control or top turtle, just depends on what you like to do and what he leaves available, okay? It's all timing. So there is a point, go ahead and do the position. There is a point when his right knee is about to touch the floor where this leg gets very light and easy to lift. And that's the time I'm going to use. Now in this variation, I'm using my hand on the cloth, which is another variation. It's totally fine to do it that way also. So we'll do it this way. He slides his leg over. Look how his knee can't touch next to my body. See, the knee slides right underneath. I want to keep my head up off of the ground at this point, with my ear kind of high on his shoulder, and that's going to allow me to make the adjustment to get to his back. I hug his back tight, and the hand that was hugging his neck comes out behind me. That way I have a base. And now I can turn my body and come up to the top position. Okay? The next variation that we do is very similar. The only difference is instead of sliding his knee across my stomach, he's going to try to kick his leg over in a nice high arcing movement. And it's going to be almost identical. The only thing that's going to be different is the position of his hips. So I still want to block the same leg here. So he starts with his elbow across. Look, I block the same leg here. I keep this leg flat. Okay? As he goes to kick over, right as he goes to put his knee on the mat is where the space becomes available for me. Right there. So, come back again real quick. Throw the leg over and freeze. Freeze. Okay, at this point his leg is too heavy. It won't lift. But as he tries to square himself up, that's where it becomes light. And that's my timing to make my escape. So I pinch my knees together. I start moving out to the side. I hug deep over his back. I'm going to pull my arm out here. And once my elbow's in the ground, now I have leverage to move and get to the top position. Okay? Elbow escape from side control.